There we go. Hello, 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 and welcome to The Lighter Side. I'm your host, Ron Berry. Show number 90. Wow, 90 episodes of The Lighter Side on this gloomy but warm Tuesday afternoon in beautiful downtown Uniontown. So, first off, college football playoff. As an adopted son of the great state of Indiana, I only have one thing to say, and that's go Hoosiers. Okay, I don't want to see him go all the way, especially Notre Dame wasn't in it, obviously, but, when you are a fan of the state of Indiana, the University of Indiana University would be your second choice, so go Hoosiers. And I'm sure that, if you're a Steeler fan, you saw what was probably, I like to call it the miracle miss, on Sunday, rather. TJ, I don't know about you, but I thought for sure, they would make that field goal and that walk-off field goal, and that would be the end of it. When they missed, I couldn't believe it.
I figured it was going to happen because, as I always say with the Steelers, they always get lucky. They always get lucky. So I am not surprised
in
that
the Tomlin
happened.
era, especially.
Yes.
Well, you did see that the end zones were blessed before the game by a Catholic priest.
I did see that.
Yeah. So, there's maybe some mysticism there, but they always did say that kickers had a hard time at Acrisure Stadium because of the swirling winds. Well, the swirling winds blew in our favor. So, whether or not we do any good in the first round or the wild card, it remains to be seen. But let's see that. Hopefully they do. So, hey, I'd like to give a shout out to an old friend of mine who's a fan of the show. I talked to him over the weekend, Earl Smith. Or I like to call him Earl Special Delivery Smith. He's a retired postal carrier, and he's the one years ago that taught me to love bad dad jokes. I worked at a little mom and pop grocery store called Shin's Market on the north side of Brownsville. The pizza plug is there now, and Earl's route was the north side. He'd stop in to get something to drink or whatever, or on his way home something for dinner to take home for dinner, and he and I would exchange bad dad jokes. So, Earl, thank you for listening to the show, and hopefully we'll hear from you one of these days. So, thank you. All right, so that brings me to the bad dad joke of the day. Hey, Thomas Jefferson.
Hey, Ronald.
Did I ever tell you about the time I worked as a trash collector?
You did not.
Well, the problem was they never trained me. They said I would pick things up as I go. Yeah,
Ronald.
unfortunately, we're missing the rim shot, but
I'll get it back one of these days.
Oh, he will. So I only have one fractured fact today from the home office in Warsaw, Indiana. Hi, Rick Dixon. Hope everything's well with you, my friend. Did you know, TJ, that before they invented crowbars, most crows simply drank at home?
I did not know that.
Yeah, see, not only is this show entertaining, it is educational.
Very educational.
Yeah, so... Anyway, so, apparently doctors have stopped classifying home births as deliveries. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. The first time I used an elevator was an uplifting experience. The second time, it just let me down. Well, speaking to, we're only a couple weeks off of Christmas here, but I got my daughter a refrigerator for Christmas. I love watching her eyes light up when she opened it.
Thought you only had one of these.
Oh no! No. These are bad dad jokes now. Okay.
Boy, they all run together.
Well, I stopped at McDonald's on the way into the studio, and I ate a kid's meal. Boy, was his mother furious.
Where was my food?
Well, I didn't want you to incur the wrath of that mother.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, she'd come in here, ranting and raving while we were on the air. We didn't need that. So
you're right.
Well, as an author, I published one book, and the next one's coming out. So this next one's going to teach people how to fall down the stairs. It's a step-by-step guide.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and over the break, a police officer came to my door. He said he was looking for a man with one eye. Well, I told him to use both, and you might actually find him. And finally,
Thank God.
TJ, if you get an email from me about canned meat, don't open it. It's spam.
That might have been the best one.
Well, every once in a while I get lucky. So, well, over the last few shows we did over the holidays, we talked about nostalgic toys and things like that. And I was able to download a 1980 Sears Christmas Wish book.
Really?
Yes,
They
I
had
was.
that online.
Yes, I was able to download a digital copy of that. So now I was 10 years old when this book came out. And
What
you
year
weren't
was
even
this?
born yet, 1980.
I was not born.
Yeah,
No.
so
1981.
okay, so you were a year out yet.
I was a year out.
So to give you an example, have you ever played around with the inflation calculator online?
No.
Like it'll tell you, like if you wanted to know what something would, the buying power of a dollar back in 1950, it would tell you that, and you can compare prices. Like something that would cost something that's around today. I'll give you an example. Mr. Potato Head. It's been around forever. Okay.
Yeah.
Back in 1980, a Mr. Potato Head cost $5.77. All right, and that's right out of the Sears catalog.
Okay.
Now it'd be $24.04
That's nuts.
because that's due to inflation.
Yeah.
And yeah, so a Hot Wheels 24 car set in 1980 is $14.99. Now it'd be $62.45.
That's about right. We got plenty of Hot Wheels at our house.
Well,
So-
when my son was growing up too, do you ever step on one in your bare feet?
Oh yeah, we step on toys all the time at our
Legos?
house.
You ever step on a Lego in your bare feet?
Legos, cars, you name it. We step on it all at our house.
Do you know that Lego makes special slippers you can buy with a reinforced sole on the bottom? So when you step on a Lego, it won't hurt your foot?
I did not know. I need to invest in a pair of those.
Yes, they do.
I'd
Well,
make the kids buy me a pair of those.
well, that'd be a good gift for Dad, I think.
I
So,
would take that.
do you know what an erector set is?
I've heard of this, yes.
All right, it was a toy that was really, they're probably still around, but they were popular 40s, 50s, 60s. They came, they were a building set. They
Yeah.
came with little steel beams, nuts and bolts, and you could build whatever. So an erector set in 1980 was, this was a big one, $74.99. That was 1980. Now that would cost $311.50.
That is crazy.
Yes, for an erector
Wow.
set. Okay. Lincoln Logs.
Oh,
those?
we played with all those all the time when we were kids. Those were great.
Lincoln Logs used to make an Old West set where there were several buildings like a downtown, like the Old West.
Yeah.
1980, it was $27.99. Now it would cost $116.61.
Isn't this crazy?
It is.
The different. I mean, that's what, 20, just over 20 some years.
Oh no, it's longer than that.
What, 1980 to what?
It's
long-
46 years.
40, see, I'm not good at math.
Well,
But still, isn't that nuts? Just how much
is,
the
just how
prices
much-
have went up.
yeah, a dollar, a dollar in 1980 has the same buying power as $3.16 now.
Crazy.
Okay, so yeah, so I remember on a previous show I talked about having a big wheel. Okay, that was a little plastic tricycle. It had a really big front wheel with pedals on it and
the
two back wheels.
Yeah, we had those.
Yeah, and well, this one was from the TV show Chips. You ever see the TV show Chips?
Was that what's that
Eric
guy?
Estrada.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Eric Estrada.
Well, they made a Chips big wheel. It was a Chips motor police cycle, but it was a big wheel.
Okay.
Again, same price as Lincoln Logs, $27.99. That same toy would cost you $116.61 now. Okay. Little Tykes Cozy Coupe. They still make those. That's that little bubble car that Little Tykes makes.
We had one of those at our house.
Sure. Yeah,
Yep.
we've had several.
Uh-huh.
All right. Back then in 1980, it was $39.99. Today it'd be $166.60. Now I don't know if they sell for that much these days, but doing a price comparison, that's what it would be. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A See and Say. Remember those?
What is that?
It was a little toy. It had farm animals on it and an arrow. you'd point the arrow, pull the little handle down, and this is a pig.
Yeah,
oink, oink.
we had.
You know?
I know what you're talking. I didn't know that's
Well,
what it was called. Yeah,
Yeah, see and say. They had them for we had the one with the farm animals.
I think we had one of those too. Yep. you're
Yeah,
right.
and you'd pull it down. The cow says "boo." Yeah, all right. So, you had to line it up just right, or it would get do the animal before or after the one you wanted. But $8.87.
I'm afraid to hear what this
in
one is.
1980, $36.95 now.
Jeez.
Okay. But, here's some toys that were around when I was a kid that are gone by the wayside. Metal cars and trucks like Tonka trucks.
Yeah, we had
Okay.
those. I had a big dump truck.
I did too.
Tonka dump truck. Yeah.
I did too. I had the bulldozer front end loader. My brother had the dump truck, and we would put our knee in the dump bed of the truck and scoot it down the road. Those things were indestructible, but
I don't know if we did that. We sat in the back of ours and rode down like the hill in the yard or something
and
like that.
You
Yeah.
could do that, and those things you could do it again and again and
Yeah.
again and again. But I think now they're mostly plastic, but they were steel. But there was a company called Ertl, ERTL.
Yeah, they are plastic ones. I think we have one or we had one for the kids now, a plastic one.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're still a lot of fun to play with. But,
Oh yeah.
So you go out in the sandbox and dig some sand, and we took ours out in the snow. And then we realized they get rusty when you do that. So,
Right.
but Ertl tractors, they make toy farm equipment like little John Deere tractors
Yeah.
and combines and all that kind of stuff. They're not around anymore. Another company was Buddy L. They made the same thing, like little toy metal trucks and things like that. Nyland was another one. Tonka's still around.
Yeah.
Okay. Kenner Toy Company, Hasbro's still around. Mattel's still around. Marx was another company. They made electric trains and some other things. And Tyco. Like I told the story about, my little 10-year-old self wanting the Tyco Chattanooga Choo Choo for Christmas, and I finally got it. But after I threw a hissy fit, but I got it.
That's all that matters.
So anyway, so I printed off a few pages of the catalog. The only problem is they printed really, really small. So these are some now 1980. How many of the Star Wars movies have you seen? Any of them?
None.
None of them.
No.
Oh boy.
I don't like Star Wars.
Well, anyway, The Empire Strikes Back came out in 1979
I've heard of these.
or 80.
Yeah, I've heard of
So
these.
here's some toys out of the Sears catalog that were from the movie. Okay, so there's an R2D2 here. You know who he is? That little robot.
Yeah, I've heard of these things, even though I
okay, let
haven't
me see
saw
which-
the movies.
He is number, because the picture had a number on it. And you had to find the number on the list to see how much it was. So R2D2, and thank you, Russ, for suggesting I use my cell phone. It's working so far. Okay, let's see. There's Darth Vader. R2D2. Radio controlled R2D2 back in 1980 was $34.99. Okay, so if I type in the old inflation calculator, okay,
This one's probably going to be a lot of money.
yeah, well, it's $34.99.
I'm guessing at least 160.
What you have to do is you have to type in the year that you want, or you just scroll back till you find it. There we go, 1980. So what I said, it was $34.99. Mm-hmm. Okay, so $34.99 then would be hit calculate, $145.77.
I was close. I said
All right.
160. So
That was for a radio-controlled R2D2. And the Millennium Falcon, that's Han Solo. That's Harrison Ford flew around in that. That was, let me see. Let me find how much that was back then. It is in the catalog, it is number 8. So let me look on the list over here. 3, 4, 5. Darth Vader. There it is. Millennium Falcon was $6.99. It must have been a really small one. Okay, $6.99. So with the old inflation calculator.
I still can't believe you found this catalog online.
Well, yeah, I was looking around for it. I looked for vintage.
So I'm assuming you don't have any, like the actual paper ones that.
Well, you can buy those. They're way expensive. This was only $6 for a digital download.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, to get a real one, you're talking $45-$50.
So you could still buy a real one.
Well, people have them. You know what I mean? Like
that's what I meant. You didn't.
Yeah.
You still didn't have any from
yeah,
your childhood or anything.
auction
Okay.
sites, things like that. But,
Okay.
what did I say that was?
$6.99.
$6.99. So, $6.99, 1980. Okay, let me see here. I gotta scroll up a little bit here. All right. Bear with me, listeners. All right, $6.99. That would be $29.12.
That's not too bad.
Right? So let's say we had that same price item. Let's go back to 1940. Okay, $6.99. Brace yourself for this one.
This is going to be
$162.99.
Wow.
Today. Something that cost $6.99 in 1940 would cost you $162.99 today.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is. But this is all the stuff that I pulled the pages out and printed them off of the things that interested me when I was a kid. And some of these toys were like electric trains. Always loved electric trains. Okay, and Bachmann makes electric trains. Now I don't know if you know anything about electric trains, but there's HO, which is the small track about that wide, and there's O, which is about that wide.
Okay.
HO stands for half O. That's where that comes from.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So these Bachmann electric trains here, okay, they are, and they always made them look so like they're running right into you out of the catalog, and it's like, boy, I wanted that so bad, you know. And so this one right here, this is the Bachmann. What's it called here? Let me see. Plus, it had all the cool accessories, the bridges and the water towers and all that fun stuff. This is the Bachmann 9-unit super action steam train, $68.99 in 1980. So this is probably going to be a little steep.
This is going to be a lot, I bet.
Yes. So let's see. Not that. Let me see. There it is. All right. So I got to readjust the. I have it set on 1940. $68.99 in 1980 would be $287.42 now.
I think you should run right out and buy one, Ronald.
Well, I have a few. I have some lined up. So we ready for our first break?
We are.
All right, we'll go ahead and take that. You're listening to 590 AM, 101.1 FM, W266DB, WMBS Uniontown.
No Magical Mystery Tour is complete without a stop at the Sandwich Shop and Deli, just off of Abbey Road at 121 Brownsville Avenue in the Square, Brownsville. Enjoy a made-to-order sandwich with a bowl of Sabina's homemade soup, try an authentic New York bagel slathered with one of their delectable toppings, or perhaps just a visit to the coffee bar for a delicious gourmet brew. Don't forget a cookie, brownie, or tempting dessert, fresh baked daily. Call 724-785-4089. The Sandwich Shop and Deli, Brownsville.
When you need to service your vehicle, there is one local shop ready to meet all your needs. Nate Tate and the boys at Tate's Auto Repair in Uniontown do it all, from engine work and routine maintenance to tires, brakes, oil changes, and state inspections. Call Tate's today at 724-550-4756 or stop at the shop at 250 Connellsville Street to ensure your vehicle is ready to go for any trip and any weather. Tate's, proud sponsor of The Lighter Side on WMBS.
Are you looking for professional photography for your wedding or engagement, senior photos, or any other special event? Well, then look no further than award-winning Jeffrey W. Hughes Photography, also offering photography classes, workshops, and tours of the Laurel Highlands. Get in contact at 724-322-0034 or visit jwhphotography.shop.
From the great Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific shore, to the queen of flowing mountain, out of Southfield by the shore. Hear the
All right, that's the King of the Train songs. Well, they call Roy Acuff that, but that's Boxcar Willie and the Wabash Cannonball. When I would play with my electric trains, and I haven't in a while, but I have some. I always like the train music playing in the background. So that's good old late great Boxcar Willie. So anyway, we're going to get to today's trivia question, and it has to deal with electric trains. And if this one's too hard, I have a backup one. So the trivia question for today is, what is the difference between the tracks of an HO gauge electric train and an O gauge electric train besides the size? So one more time, what is the difference between the tracks of an HO gauge electric train and an O gauge electric train besides the size? Okay, and if you call on a WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593 with the correct answer, you will win $1 Simply a Buck scratch-off lottery tickets from the PA Lottery, benefits older Pennsylvanians. Okay, $10 value. So give us a call, and if you know the answer to that one, and I'll read it one more time. What's the difference between the tracks of an HO gauge electric train and an O gauge electric train besides the size? Okay? So, anyway, so I was looking at we were comparing prices of toys from 1980 and what they would cost now. Okay? And I'm just going to do a few more, but there was another cool thing that I liked were these slot racing tracks. You know, and if you can you see the picture?
There you go.
Okay. And here's the electric trains, by the way, from 1980. This is from the Sears Wish Book Catalog, 1980. And by the way, going back to my friend Earl Smith, he told me before they went digital and those print catalogs came out, it was a difficult time for postal carriers. We have a caller?
We do. I think we're going to have two here. Let's go to our first one.
All right. Hi, you're on the lighter side. Who are we speaking with?
You're on the trivia question.
Yes, sir.
The difference between tracks. I think the HO gauge has cork bedding in it, doesn't it?
Well, maybe when you build layout, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. But yeah, so we need a difference between HO and an A. But thank you for calling. Bye-bye.
Got another one?
All right. Hi, you're on the lighter side. Who are we speaking with?
This is the Pawpaw Lady.
Pawpaw Lady, do you know the difference between HO and O?
Yes, the O-Track has a third rail running down the middle of it.
You are absolutely correct. It has a third rail, and that is for traction, and that's where the electricity runs. So you are correct, and you've won yourself 10 Simply a Buck scratch-off lottery tickets, and as you know, you can pick them up during normal business hours here at WMES.
All righty then.
Thank you, Pawpaw Lady. Good to hear from you.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, well, yeah, she is correct. The O-gauge trains, mainly by Lionel, have the third rail. And when I was a kid, you know, I used to read the model railroading magazines and look at the cool layouts and everything and how realistic they looked and everything. And then I'd see these train tracks with three rails, and I'm thinking real trains don't have three rails, which they don't. But, you know, I guess you got to make some concessions for realism. But anyway, I'm looking at right now, and I think I showed a picture of it. All right. This is a Tyco Night Glow Championship 1000 slot racing set with 19 feet of track, $58.99 back in 1980. So right now, that would be, let me find an inflation calculator, $58.99. That would cost now, calculate, $245.76, which is about right for an electric train set. You know, especially if Lionel makes the best, hands down, and they are not cheap. All right, we have a caller on hold?
We do, Ronald.
All right. Hi, you're on the lighter side. Who are you speaking with?
You're speaking with Ron. You're speaking with Mark, Ron.
Oh, how you doing, Mark?
Yeah, I'm fine. I too many glasses of wine, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, you were talking about trains.
Yes.
Wasn't there a tradition, if I recall, where people would put a train track around the tree?
Sure. People still do that.
Oh.
I did that when my kids were little.
Okay, I was just remember. I remember there used to be a tradition once.
Yes.
I actually had a small artificial tree. It was really nice, some blue spruce. Mm-hmm. And I did recall I did buy a small little miniature one.
Yes.
And I put it up for a few years around the bottom of it. But I remember I heard about the tradition. I thought, boy, that's so nice. But I kind of gave it up after a while. I just got a little too old.
Well, you're never too old, but yeah, I understand. But I didn't put mine up either this year. My 15-year-old daughter could care less. About electric chains. But my son, when he was little, we liked them a lot. So.
How many years has it been since you set it up? I was just wondering.
Oh, probably about 15. Yeah,
it's been about 15 years you put the set up.
He's 25 years old now, so he's 25 with a son of his own now. So, but but yeah, it was always fun. I mean, I used to like to go to the Science Center and look at the model railroad display, and with the model of the river and the towboat and everything. That was always cool. So, but yeah, sorry, but that still is a tradition, Mark. So thank you for calling, my friend.
All right.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right.
I think you should set up your trains again, Ronald.
You know what? Now that since I'm retiring from fire chief, maybe I'll have a little more time. So next Christmas, we'll see what happens.
I think you should build a big one like at the Science Center.
Oh, I'm not mechanically inclined. I can't cut a piece of wood straight to save my life. So I'd have to have somebody cut the wood for me and assemble it. But I remember one of my electric trains when I was a kid. I was reading a Model Railroad magazine, and this one guy had a winter layout, and he used baking soda for snow. All right, so I decided to do that with one of my electric trains, and I thought, well, I'm going to make the lettering on the boxcars look old and faded, like it's an older boxcar. So I took hairspray and I sprayed the side of the boxcar, and the lettering completely melted off of it. I mean, it just ran down, and then my snow got stuck up in the wheels of the engine and burned up the motor.
Oh, gosh.
So that didn't work out too well for me. So then I read on a little further, and he said, you got to keep the snow off the tracks. It's just for around, everything. So that I was just so excited because I said, we have baking soda. So I ran and I used up all my mom's Arm & Hammer baking soda. I dumped it everywhere. It looked nice, but it ruined the train in the meantime. So, so I stick to something I know, instead of something I don't. But it was fun. I was really into trains when I was a kid, and I still do like them. I have some Lionel stuff that was given to me. If you remember, one of our sponsors was
I can't remember.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Well, anyway, it was Dorothy and Chuck Clayton.
Clayton.
It was something Junction. Model trains.
Okay.
It was one of our, unfortunately, Chuck passed away, but he had given me every Christmas time, he would give me a really nice accessory for my Lionel trains, and I still have all those things. And he was quite the collector. He could fix model trains too, which was really, really cool.
Well, if you ever set all this up, you need to take a picture and show me this.
Well, you know what? I will. And I don't know. Do you ever shop at the? I don't know if you ever shopped at the Giant Eagle in Bell Vernon or not.
No.
Well, years ago when my kids were little, when it was still owned by the Spagnuolo family, they would have model railroaders come in every Christmas time, and they would put trains around the top of the shelves. You couldn't reach them, but you could see them.
Okay.
And it was really, really cool. They would run them, every 20 minutes they would run the trains, and they had like plexiglass. Like fences around them, so you could see them, but no one could touch them.
Yeah,
because they were very expensive.
Oh yeah.
And from one side of the store to the other, they had the Pepsi Cola bullet train, and it would be and they put those tracks, about 8 feet off the ground, and every once in a while you'd hear it coming, and that Pepsi bullet print train would zing past you. My kids thought that was the greatest thing ever, and I did too. Then when they sold the store to the corporate, they did away with that. But yeah, every year they put the trains up, and and no other place did that. And those trains would run, and of course they would make little signs with modern day products and put them on the boxcars and stuff like that, So
that's
cool. We have another caller on hold?
Yes, we do.
All right, we'll go to that call. Hi, you're on the lighter side. Who are we speaking with?
Hey, Ron, this is Jesse.
Hey, Jesse, how are you?
Okay, Ron, do they still have that old steam engine down in Cartersville on display?
I don't know. I work in Cartersville, but I don't get down that way too much. You sit back like on the bike trail back there. There's an old caboose down there.
I know where the caboose is, but they used to have an old steam engine, parked down there by itself somewhere.
Well, we have some listeners from Cartersville. If somebody could enlighten us on that.
Okay, I don't know whether they still have it there or not, but I remember it sitting there. Hey, Ron, do they still make N-gauge trains?
Yes, the little ones. Yes, they still do.
Oh, okay. I just wondered because I have my son's old set from the '80s here, and I just wondered whether they still made those.
Yeah. You could put those on a desktop. I think that's the smallest electric train they make. I'm pretty sure.
I know. They were nice, but anyway. Getting back to your prices, like in the book and stuff. Now, I like to know how you convert. I'll tell you what it is later. But anyway, something in 1956.
Okay.
Cost $1.75.
Well, give me a second. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Okay. There's an app called the Inflation Calculator, and you can pull it right up on your phone. And
I don't have no smartphone.
Okay. Well, allow me to do it for you. Okay, so the year was 1956, you said?
1956.
Okay.
$1.75.
$1.75, okay. So $1.75 in 1956 would have the same spending power as $21.16.
Oh, today?
Today. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Because what I have here, I have an old Elvis Presley concert poster.
Oh, wow.
From 1956, a concert he did in Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
Okay, and the admission price was $1.75.
Oh, wow. Well, it'd be a lot. If Elvis was with us today, you'd probably multiply that by 10 for the cheap seats. It'd be at least $211.16.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that the price of admission, to one of his concerts is only $1.75.
Wow, he must have just been starting out. So
it was 1956. Yeah, that was more or less when he was just starting out.
Well, that explains it. He commanded a much higher price later on.
That's right.
But,
okay, that's all I got there for. Hey, one more thing.
Sure.
Ron, Peter Billingsley, okay, from the Christmas Story?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, you probably know this. Tell me what product did he endorse?
Hershey's chocolate syrup.
You got it.
Nessie Marvin. Yeah.
I just wondered if you knew that or not. But
ask me something important, I can't help you, but yeah.
I saw that video recently on someone's smartphone. I couldn't believe it because I don't remember seeing it actually in the 80s when it was on.
Yep. It was Nessie Marvin.
Hershey syrup, you got that right. Okay, I'll let you go and get somebody else.
Thanks, Jesse. Have a good day.
Take care of yourself, Ron. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right.
One more and then a break, Ron.
All right. Hi, you're on the lighter side. Who are you speaking with?
Timmy Miller.
Hey, Tim, how are you?
Good. How are you, buddy? Hey, you were just talking about the Lionel train stuff. I'm a big collector in that. I think you well know that.
Yes.
But with all the activities that I deal with Brownsville, with what I do all summer and stuff like that, I think it would be nice to find an old building down there and everybody just get together that are collectors and put a big display up for the holidays.
That'd be great. I'm sure that could be arranged. It's one thing we've got plenty of is old buildings.
Yeah, and put a storefront up and model train display for the holidays for light up night and stuff. I'd be glad to bring my stuff down and add to that.
Well, we have the Railroad and Transportation Museum up on the north side. And I think they put some stuff up before when Mr. Clayton was still with us. So,
Big shock.
yeah, that's definitely something to look into, Tim, and I appreciate the call, my friend.
Yeah, not a problem. Other than that, that's about it, buddy. Just want to wish you a happy new year and congratulations on your retirement and everything. So I just wanted to call and say hi and talk to you on the radio a little bit.
Well, thank you,
You're
my
one
brother.
of my favorites.
And I'll see you again, and stay safe, all right?
All right, brother. Talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. One more?
No, yep, one more, then our break.
All right. Hi, you're in the lighter side. Who am I speaking with?
Fred.
Hi, Fred. How you doing?
Pretty good. Hey, the first new car I bought was a 1971 Super Beetle Volkswagen. Take a guess how much I paid for it.
$3,500.
$3,000.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, you were.
Well,
Okay, something else.
All right. Yes.
You talked about Spagnola had the grocery store.
Yes.
What is he famous for?
Oh, it slips my mind, Fred. What was it?
World's worst golfer.
That's right. That's right. He was proud of that. That's right.
Yeah, he was actually on ESPN.
Oh, wow. Well, thanks for calling, Fred. I appreciate it.
Okay,
Take
bye.
care. Bye-bye.
Okay, one more.
One more. All right.
There we go.
Hi, you're on the lighter side. Who's speaking with?
Well, I called a little while ago. Did you get the right answer to that question?
Yes, I did. The O-gauge trains have 3 rails.
3 rails?
Yes. And the HO have 2.
2.
Yes, sir.
I was going to tell you a story about my, I'm 73, and I have cerebral palsy and I can't walk. But anyhow, long time ago, this was, I think, about 1957 or so. I was about 5 years old. My older brother, just before Christmas time, he worked in our cellar. I was up on Collinsville's east side. He was working in our cellar day after day, and sometimes he took me down there with him just while he was working. I was just little, but so I wanted to come down. He says, "No, you can't come down. I'm building a Christmas tree table down here, and you can't come down." So I just, I accepted that. On Christmas morning, when the presents were passed out, he gave me 5 boxes, one with 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, 4, and the 5th one, he said, "There's 5 pennies in there. We're going down to the cellar." He took me down to the cellar, and he had built me a full HO gauge train layout with 2 mountains.
Oh, wow.
Switches, cars, everything you could want for HO gauge.
Oh, my
It
goodness.
was 1957, I do believe.
Oh, wow. I bet that was the best Christmas you ever had.
Probably. I mean, but he would not let me down the cellar.
Well, that made it an even better surprise.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. I appreciate it. We've got to take a break now, but thank you for calling.
Okay, thank you. My pleasure.
All right, bye-bye now.
Bye.
All right, we're going to take our second break now. You're listening to 590 AM, 101.1 FM, W266DB, WMBS Uniontown.
No Magical Mystery Tour is complete without a stop at the Sandwich Shop and Deli, just off of Abbey Road at 121 Brownsville Avenue in the Square, Brownsville. Enjoy a made-to-order sandwich with a bowl of Sabina's homemade soup. Try an authentic New York bagel slathered with one of their delectable toppings, or perhaps just a visit to the coffee bar for a delicious gourmet brew. Don't forget a cookie, brownie, or tempting dessert. Fresh Baked Daily. Call 724-785-4089. The Sandwich Shop and Deli, Brownsville.
When you need to service your vehicle, there is one local shop ready to meet all your needs. Nate Tate and the boys at Tate's Auto Repair in Uniontown do it all, from engine work and routine maintenance to tires, brakes, oil changes, and state inspections. Call Tate's today at 724-550-4756 or stop at the shop at 250 Connellsville Street to ensure your vehicle is ready to go for any trip and any weather. Tate's, proud sponsor of the lighter side on WMBS.
Are you looking for professional photography for your wedding or engagement, senior photos, or any other special event? Well, then look no further than award-winning Jeffrey W. Hughes Photography. Also offering photography classes, workshops, and tours of the Laurel Highlands. Get in contact at 724-322-0034 or visit jwhphotography.shop.
Well, they gave him his orders in Monroe, Virginia, saying, Steve, you're away behind time. This is not 38, but it's old 97. You must put her in dispenser on time. Well, he turned to the black greasy fireman and said,
well, there's Boxcar Willie again with the wreck of the old 97. Another good train song, but made famous by the great Roy Acuff. So anyway, so we're talking about, electric trains. We had some good calls on that. And over the break, TJ and I finally remembered the name of our sponsors, DC Junction Model Trains. They were, and that was Chuck and Dorothy Clayton, two good friends of mine. Unfortunately, we lost Chuck. It was a year ago in September. We still miss him dearly. So, but anyway, we have a few more minutes left. So we were comparing some prices from 1980 to today. So, TJ, now I'm going to ask you, what's the lowest price you ever paid for a candy bar, if you remember? And how long ago it was?
Oh, geez, I don't know that. Maybe $1.
Okay.
I don't know what year that would have been.
So let's say what year were you born?
Sometimes you could even now, you can sometimes get some candy.
You can.
A candy bar kind of cheap. What year was I born? 1981.
Okay, so let's say...
just do 1981 maybe.
Okay, well, let's say you were 5 years old and it was 1986. Okay, and let's see. It cost a buck back then. So right now, $2.96.
It's not bad.
No,
compared to obviously
that would buy you a king size
stuff.
candy bar. You know? Well, maybe not now. I don't know.
Maybe not. I don't know.
But I remember, back when I was about 8 years old. So that would be 1978. Candy bars were 20 cents. You can get 5 for a buck.
20 cents.
20 cents.
Wow.
So now, 1978, something that cost 20 cents would now cost, come on, $1.04. Okay, so
that's still not bad.
Not bad, but I like to look at old ads and things like that, and I'll bring up the inflation calculator, and I like to do comparisons like that. So, yeah. So you folks at home listening, if you want to, you can pull up the inflation calculator, type in what year, what price, and it'll tell you what that would cost now, roughly. I mean, some things are more expensive, some things aren't, but
yeah,
it gives you an idea, especially now with inflation out of control, the way it is. Especially on the grocery side of things. As a family man, I'm sure you're well aware of that. The price of food now, it's what it costs to feed.
Oh, we're definitely aware of that, Ronald.
Especially when you have little ones at home.
Yeah.
I only have one child left at home. The other three have flown the coop. They're out on their own, but still, I mean, just for the three of us, it gets pretty pricey.
It does.
And it's it's the way it is. There's nothing we can do about it. We have to eat. So
you're right.
Just like we complained about the price of gas, but we have to drive. So, but anyway, so we're coming down on the final minute or so of the show. So, thank you to all of our callers today, and the older gentleman that shared the story about the HO train layout. That was a very heartwarming story. So thank you for that. And we let you slide on the 2-call rule on that one, especially since we weren't, we weren't trying to win any prizes or anything like that. So, hey, tentatively, folks, in on the 21st, we may have a trivia challenge with Josh, Elbow, TJ, and myself. So we're just trying to nail down the details for that. So keep that in the back of your mind. So anyway, that's going to put the topper on the program for this week. Enjoy the warm weather while it lasts, and God willing, and the creek doesn't rise, we will see you next week on the lighter side. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to The Lighter Side with Ron Barry, which has been brought to you by the Brownsville Historical Society, the Sandwich Shop and Deli, Tate's Auto Repair, Jeffrey W. Hughes Photography, Tracy Counseling Center, and John and Son Catering.
And this is WMBS Uniontown at 4 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Pfizer.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. President Trump at the annual GOP retreat says of the U.S. military capturing Nicolas Maduro